Greetings to you all. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. And of course, as usual, the time that you will watch this video. Have you subscribed to this channel? Take me to 5K subscribers. So my people, let me take a moment and welcome all the new people to the house. Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing to Mary TV and becoming part of this beautiful and amazing family. To you, my returning subscriber, what can I give you? Thank you so much. Just know your like, your view, your comments, and everything nice and good that you do to this channel is never taken for granted. My moderators, those that have joined my membership, those that do super chat me, asante sana, nawapenda wote. My secret admirers keep on admiring me, but from a distance. And by the way, as long as you're a man, that is the tingle. To the fence sitters, you naysayers, give me that like and subscribe because I know you watch me back to back so that you can have some info to take back to the headquarters. So my people, how is your Monday? By the way, it is almost 9 p.m. here in Kenya, and I decided why not do this reaction just for you. So before you watch it, kindly give it a thumbs up and don't forget to watch up to the end. Do not skip the adverts. It is one way of supporting a content creator. Okay, guys, still on Dimwango. You know, guys, Dimwango has done something that the naysayers never foresaw. You know, they always pretend the way they know so much. They pretend to always know everything and to predict everything. They have always thought they can read Dimwango. They can play with her psychology. I've always listened to them, by the way, and I started listening and watching them before even I thought of starting my own YouTube channel. So I know how they think. And that is why that lady, you know, in the UK, Vimwelu, came for them because she knew these are so mighty people. They have a lot of connection. You know, they have power because of who they think they are. Dimwango, when she came back this time round, she said she wants to move out of her parents' home. And there was a lot of misleading information in the YouTube streets. There are those that, couldn't believe what she was saying, or some said it was a clickbait, or Dimwango does not want to pay anything from her pocket, and there's no way Dimwango can move out of Congrats mom's home. And Dee actually did it. She left her parents' home in Nyabohanse, packed some bags, and left to the coast of Kenya. And we have seen Dimwango staying in the coast of Kenya for quite some time. Along the way, she introduced Papi, that is Matt. And, you know, people started saying the way this lady is so lonely. She can't keep friends. Or, I don't know, she has fallen out with iammarwa. Or, Dimwango will never have any friend. She's very, very lonely and desperate. And therefore, she has to get something to channel her love. And that is why, according to them, Dimwango had to look for a dog. People came out for her. I saw people saying, oh, why can't she just get a child instead of getting a dog? You know, I'll call that an African mentality, or if you want, a Kenyan mentality. Because, you know, for us, we believe so much in having kids to an extent that we forget this is a revolving world and things are changing. Dimwango, again, came out and introduced her boyfriend to YouTube. Like, she has never done the face reveal, but she said that is the person that she has been seeing. If you've been following her closely, you get to know these people met 5 years ago. Like, they have known each other for a long time. And Dimwango had made it very clear she will never ever bring her man to the public because she has the experience. She knows the tingle. She knows how the naysayers really boost her on the streets. And therefore, this time round, she decided to keep everything private as it should be. There are so many people that came out with a lot of speculations about the guy, the nationality. There are those that say the guy is just from here in Kenya or maybe somewhere there in Tanzania, or this guy can speak Swahili. Personally, as a Swahili speaker, I didn't catch that. And if I missed out something, kindly let me know, because you know, guys, what? Sometimes you can miss out something, and that is why I always say, let me know. Okay, so Dimwango did her thing, or they, took the guy to Nyabohanse, to her parents' home. Again, they came for her. There are those that said it is, and not part of our culture, not part of our tradition. There's no way you can take just a boyfriend, a mere boyfriend, to your parents' home. And they came for her. There are some that talked about, her taking the guy to Maros villa, which is kinda disrespectful, etc. and etc. They left, went back to Nairobi, then Mombasa, and then after that, it was said the guy left Kenya. The naysayers came for Dimwango because they never showed the guy at the airport, boarding international flight. Guys, what? I've always listened to people like my Oga Carrot saying she can't waste her time watching this content because it is too long. Like they know what to pick. And I was asking myself, if you don't watch Dimwango's content up to the end, how did you know? That part was not short. So that you people, you secretly admire Dimwango, but you don't want to admit. You watch her. You are obsessed with her. You watch her from minute 1 to the last. Whether the video is on Netflix, whether it is going to take 3 hours, you watch each second because you don't want to miss anything. So they came out and they were like, this guy never left Kenya. This guy must be somewhere in Kenya. Or he boarded a matatu or a bus to Tanzania. And they kept on talking about this matter, but who is Dimwango? Dimwango just shut up. She never came out to try and defend herself or explain anything. And then before we knew it, boof, Dimwango back to Nyabohanse. Dimwango bought a piece of land. This piece of land has made these people run mad. Like literally run mad. By the way, I saw someone dropping a comment in the video that I did immediately after Dimwango brought the news she had bought a piece of land. There's someone, of course this person must be a naysayer, that said nobody's jealousy of Dimwango. It is only that Dimwango lies a lot. And I was like, should I answer this one? I told myself, hey, Mary, don't waste your energy answering such a vibration. Do you get it? Because these people, it is so obvious. They have always thought Dimwango is a very incompetent person who doesn't know what she's doing. And that is why they started saying, oh, they're taking advantage of a vulnerable family, or the guy that Dimwango bought the land from is a drunkard, or they took advantage of this guy. This guy has been drinking. He has almost finished all the money. I don't know the phone that he bought, the phone he drank and threw it on the road. Someone picked it up and etc. and etc. But at the end of the day, guys, the big question is, did Dimwango buy the land or not? She bought. And therefore, as we speak, our girl Dimwango has started doing her construction. Hey, my people. Dimwango, that was yesterday. She talked about humble beginning. And so I was reading comments and people were like, this lady talks about humble beginning. What does she know? My people, let me tell you, owning your own property is sweet. And it makes you get to understand that things don't come easily. Dimongo started by buying the piece of land, and after that, they're coming up with a store where they're gonna store the materials as the construction goes on. When you look at the piece of land, it is only that structure that is there. And that is why Dimongo looks at it and says, wow, this is where I'm starting from. But I've seen people that have bought land and they don't have money for construction. They just put some iron sheet structure and they stay in. Haven't you seen the likes of Priska Sagati that has moved in her house, yet the house is still under construction? It is so common. You get it? It's so common. So when Dimongo says humble beginning, who are you to judge her? That is where she's beginning from. She can't imagine that first milestone that she has taken as a young lady here in Africa. I know some of you will come out and say, oh, there are those ladies that are at the age of Dimongo that have already constructed and that and that. Of course, I know there are so many. You know, like there are so many. Maybe the number can be uncountable. Like, they are there. But we're not talking about other ladies. We are talking about Dimongo. At her age, and as a lady, she has done something that is that she needs to be celebrated. I saw one of the naysayers saying that, oh, Dimongo is copying Diana Kemi. Oh, come on, girl. Coco Mama, what are you high on? Dimongo copying Diana Kemi? Are you serious? And by the way, guys, I know it. This is, as a matter of fact, this construction for Dimongo, by the end of 1 year, it will be done. And this lady will be able to move in and have her own home. Anytime she comes to Kenya, she'll have a place to stay. And you know what, guys? The truth of the matter is, these people were caught off guard. And that is one thing that they don't like. Because they know it all. They were caught off guard. They were waiting for Dimongo to start constructing in Mombasa. What did she do? She checkmated all of you. All of you that have been saying the way she doesn't want to get out of her parents' home, or I don't know what and what and what. Dimongo's home is going to be very beautiful. That is just in my own imagination. Dimongo likes fine stuff. And I'm so sure her house will be well done. Look at everything that she has done at her parents' home. Look at the furniture. Just look at the curtains and everything. The other time she bought a very big water tank for the family. Who does that? Only a person that has a clean heart. And you can imagine that is her parents' home. What about her own home? That home is going to be something else. I also want to mention this matter. Dimongo has a very strong support system. Mara is there at the forefront, leading the sister. Mara is in charge of everything, guys. And of course, Mara is going to supervise and ensure that Dimongo's construction is well done. Uncle Mo is there. You know, you people have always come out to attack Uncle Mo and say the way he's a mumu, or they like using him. And you guys, you have forgotten, when you look at Uncle Mo is more of an elder brother to these siblings because they literally grew up together. Uncle Mo loves Dimongo. Look at how he has, been instructing people on everything that they need to do in this upcoming structure. Uncle Mo will be there until the construction is done. And that is what family is. Look at Devi. Devi has been there supporting Dimongo. And you guys, you just want to come out and say, oh, Dimongo, why can't she get her own man so that the man can be in charge? Who told you she wants to just get a random man and put him at her site? Who does that? Unless you are crazy up. Baby Maisha and the mother were there. Very beautiful. What a sight to behold. Everyone is supporting Dee Mwango because they know she needs that support. Dee Mwango is a lady that, wears many hats. Look at her preparing porridge, literally carrying porridge and sweet potatoes to the site and serving the men that are at the site carrying out, the structure construction. The same Dee Mwango, you'll see her in a bikini somewhere in the world. And those are the things that makes these people go crazy. Like they can't understand who Dee Mwango exactly is. Dee Mwango is not a city girl. She has said that so many times. And she's very comfortable being at the village. Very okay. Her work is to travel, then get back to the village. And that is why she has to stay at the village. She has to make her home right in the village. That is the only place that she'll be comfortable. Otherwise, we have so many content creators that travel, but they love the city because they're city girls. So you can't picture them at the village. You can't picture them going, just crossing in a maize plantation the way Dee Mwango was being the other day. So you guys, can you stop your hatred? It doesn't make sense. Look at these people coming after Rocio because Rocio was invited to go to the UK. Or Rocio has played Marwa. Or Rocio wants to go away from Marwa. She's tired. Guys, can't Rocio travel alone? Aren't you the people that were, the time when Marwa was in Argentina? You kept on saying, oh, Marwa's views are not viewing because he's just stuck at the same place. And you guys kept on saying, oh, can't Marwa travel alone? Does he need to travel with Rocio? Now Rocio is going away to UK. What is your problem? After all, Marwa and Maisha have already bonded. They have bonded. The memories are here, right here on the white streets. Why are you always out here to prophesize, for bad happenings? And people are like, oh, Rocio is going there to meet a man. That is why she does not want to expose. Who is this man? If maybe you need to tell us, you need to come out in the public and let us know. Let her go and explore alone with the baby. Let her go do it. By the way, it is still okay. And then when Maro wants to travel, let him also, you can also travel alone and they can travel as a family. You people, you're just too much. Sometimes you speak and you actually sound very foolish. And because you have a gullible audience, they'll always support and cheer you on. As if these two adults don't know what they are doing. Maro being the big brother, he has to lead by example. And that is why he said he must be at the site. So that when the first materials are brought, he'll be there to ensure that they are prayed for. Because he knows prayers are key. If you have ever constructed, you know what happens. Sometimes you can start your construction and then it stalls. Because of things like witchcraft. People can just come at night at your construction site and plant there some juju. It happens here in Kenya. And I guess in Africa, I don't know. My friends from the West, you can drop your comments and let me know. Sometimes you can just begin a project very well, but it reaches a point where it is like you become confused, money disappears, and the construction site can remain that way even for 10 years. And that is why they know prayer is important. And especially this family that most people in the village dislike because of just their own efforts. Anything is possible. And therefore they need to pray. Marwa knows it. Being the big brother, he has to chase her like him. And I'm so happy and proud of these people. Look at David Jr. His construction is on. Look at Marwa. Marwa is working on his kitchens in the house. That is in the villa. Hey, villa. Look at her Empress. Her materials are landing. left and right. And from the look of things, this is something that Dimwangu has been planning for a long time. She's ready for this. And therefore, it is either you join the train before it leaves the station, or you'll jump out of the window. So it is up to you. The way you look at it, it is up to you. Let Dimwangu be. Let her have her own home. It is good and it's okay. You know, just your own space. When you have your own space, you feel good. Where you don't have any interruption, you can do whatever you want to do. That is how I look at it. I don't know what to think about this. I'd love to hear from you. You can also check my membership by there, guys, and support your girl. Don't forget to like the video. And if you are always here and you've never considered subscribing, kindly consider doing subscription. Thank you so much and goodbye for now.